Hi, this is Greg, coming to you from Glendale, California. I hope you're well. My idea today is another idea about exercise, and I think you can understand the idea better if I give you a little background. Some time ago, I came up with the idea of exercising by lifting air, and that sounds kind of crazy because air doesn't weigh hardly anything. So when I lift air, I literally just raise my hands, and in my mind I'm lifting air. It's getting a little bit of exercise. Air isn't heavy, but it does weigh something. And then again, when you lift your arms, you're also lifting the weight of your own arms, and that works those muscles some too. Now when I started lifting air, I started finding myself going up on tiptoe as I lifted this air. So I was going like this, or like this, and I guess in my mind I was kind of lifting air with my whole body, my shoulders, my head. Anything that's going up is lifting the air above it in my mind. You can debate that. You could say I'm just cutting through the air as I go up, but I think you're lifting a little bit of air. And I was interested when I did this that I was going up on tiptoe. I've never seriously lifted weights, and if I did any lifting, it was decades ago. But I thought that the going up on tiptoe was a good additional exercise because it would strengthen my feet, it would improve my balance, and actually when you try to stay up on tiptoe, your whole body works to keep you up on tiptoe. Mostly it's your feet, but it's actually your whole body that keeps you balanced and up on tiptoe. But a wrinkle that I added was to try to hold myself up on one tiptoe. And that's of course much harder. So I would go up on my right tiptoe, my left tiptoe. Now, I'm still probably slightly lifting air, but I'm concentrating, now my focus probably is on just trying to stay up and balanced on tiptoe. And it's very hard. I can only hold it for 10, 20 seconds and then I fall over. Or fall to one side or the other, or forward or backwards. Now, but I think it's good exercise. It's the same advantages. It improves your balance and it strengthens your feet and legs, but then your whole body works to keep you up on one tiptoe. Now, as I had been working on my tiptoes, I had also been working on walking on my heels. So I'm walking on my heels right now, and that's also exercise in my mind. And I was walking on two heels. I didn't really hold that as much. That's hard to hold even on two. But the wrinkle I added there was also to go on one heel and try to hold that. And that's hard too. That's probably harder than one tiptoe. But it has the same advantages. It increases your balance, and it strengthens your whole body as you try to hold that position. One kind of cool thing about this was that I got a greater appreciation of ballet, because I had been going to ballets for a few years, and of course ballerinas and ballerinos, because a male ballerina is called a ballerino, do go up on one. Well, it looks like tiptoe. It's actually a little different. They have a special shoe where they can go right up on the fronts of their toes. But they go up on those small points of their feet and on one foot and hold that position really well. And having tried it, been doing it for a while now, I really appreciate that more than I did previously. Now, with me, and the other thing I've added to get a whole body exercise is that I sometimes go down and do a handstand, or I don't do it, but I do the beginnings of a handstand where I'm down maybe on my fingers, and then I kind of try to roll my body. Well, it's almost like without even visibly going up into a handstand at all, I kind of shift my muscles a bit as though I were going up into a handstand. Because I can't really do a handstand. I don't think I can even get close. But even going down on my hands and arms like this, I am putting a little more weight on them, to my mind is exercising my arms and hands, and it increases my balance again. This time the balance is trying to, well, it's a funny thing, since I can't really go up on a handstand. Some of it is just a fantasy of how it would feel to be in a handstand. It's trying to let my muscles roll up a little bit and slightly get the feeling of being in a handstand without actually doing it. And even in this case, I could go down and I could try to do a one-handed handstand. It'd be the same principle of doing a one-foot tiptoe. So mostly I do the feet thing, but I do occasionally put in a handstand to try to get a whole body workout. Now with me, when I'm walking on the street, walking somewhere, I might still occasionally take a few steps where I'm trying to go up on tiptoe, and I'm moving forward slowly and trying to hold each tiptoe, and I might do that for 3 or 4 steps. Or I might do one heel and try to hold that, move forward, one heel, and try to hold that, move forward, one heel. For me, that's fun, and it breaks up a walk. And it's good exercise. It's the same exercise, it's just done while I'm out walking rather than inside a room. Of course, not everyone is, some people might feel self-conscious doing that out on the street. So maybe they shouldn't do it, but it is an option. One thing I found kind of interesting is that when I go up on one point of a foot, whether the point be the tiptoe or the heel, it seems to make me more aware of the ground around me. Things on the ground, the texture of the ground, the shape of the ground, whether it's tilted or smooth or rough, or whether there's things growing on it. And that's been kind of a fringe benefit. That's not an exercise, that's just mental awareness. But that has been an appreciation for the ground. It's raised interesting new questions in my mind about the ground, where as I look at the ground and see what's on the ground, sometimes it raises questions that I go look up on the internet, like how is concrete made, or why do people throw cigarette butts on the ground? Those might not be exactly what I looked up. Those are kind of simple questions, but it raises questions in my mind, and it's pretty nice to get that knowledge. So anyway, I can't think of anything else to tell you, so thanks for watching.